I didn't do anything that deserves an arrest. So somehow it was like dream, like a fairy tale. So my spirits were still up. I mean, when I was taken into custody, I was yet to, be undressed, and then you do the custody gowns and those. So my spirits were still very high because I knew that I hadn't done anything wrong. Look, what they've actually done is that this is a suicide mission that Kissie Jabin's OSP has embarked on. Yeah, he can pretend he has nothing to do with it, but he's the head. Okay, the one who called the policeman to arrest me, he's called Seth Ablomensa. He's the chief of staff at the OSP. He's the one who directed Mr. Opoku, the policeman, to arrest me, right? And what was it? You see, earlier on in the day when I went in there, I came out to grant an interview. So when I returned, then there was a soldier. Can you imagine? We'll come to what a soldier is doing at the OSP, performing police duties. We'll leave that aside. But when I got back into the OSP, then one of the soldiers told me, and by the way, they weren't wearing name tags. They didn't have name tags, and yet they were performing police duties.
Private legal practitioner Martin Kpebu was on Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025, arrested and detained for nearly 5 hours by the Office of the Special Prosecutor after a confrontation with a military officer during an invitation to assist the OSP with the evidence related to allegations he had earlier made against the institution. Martin Kpebu was later transferred to the Bureau of National Investigations (BNI), now the National Intelligence Bureau (NIB), before being granted bail. Now, according to Kpebu, the confrontation began when he arrived at the OSP premises and had an altercation with a soldier stationed there. He recounted that a soldier told him, "Next time when you come here, we will not allow you to go out." To which he replied that the officer had no authority to restrict his movement since he had only been invited as a witness and was not under investigation. Martin Kpebu added that the exchange escalated when the soldier allegedly insulted him, saying, "The soldier said I am stupid, so I turned back and told him that he is also stupid." He said that the confrontation prompted the officers of the OSP to accuse him of obstructing a public officer. Martin Kpebu said he was unexpectedly taken away without being allowed to contact his family. He further noted that the soldier involved in the altercation was initially the same officer assigned to escort him after the arrest. At the BNI, he said all his details and belongings were taken as part of the detention process. Martin Kpebu revealed that the OSP demanded that he provide a landed property as surety before being granted bail. His lawyers requested that he be given self-recognizance bail, but the OSP insisted on property. Because his office was nearby, he attempted to retrieve his property documents, but was told the OSP needed to conduct verification checks. Martin Kpebu has been instructed to report back to the OSP on December 4th, 2025 at 11 a.m. with the Kpebu also revealed. So I'm out for High Celebrities Updates Television. Martin Kpebu was arrested and detained by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. So Obakaya Martin Kpebu on TV3 they be anoyana obo the OSP Kissie Ajabin obonichi ye pa because who say kind of reata and baby when the baby ko anache say owo abrochime mu a or enjoy nyina after looting Ghana's funds nyina OSP ana man ho kwan anache say who say OSP enye ne dwuma yie nti onyayanka Mahama ebeye they needed by a year removing OSP Kissie Ajaben from office. Now, because of this, OSP invited a year Martin Kpebu to come to his office and come back and show you Lanka Ombe AD in investigations. But interestingly, OSP detained Martin Kpebu. And a year Martin Kpebu no TV3 had an interview with Martin Kpebu, and then he detailed how the arrest and the detention all happened. In Tienko Martin Kpebu Abra on a central for from TV3 Media General and Yankita Woodie.
and there were 2 policemen too. So one of the soldiers told me that, but we allowed you to park. You see, the tone we allowed you to park was like even parking was a favor. So I didn't understand. Next time when you come in here, we will not allow you to go out. So I retorted that no, he has no right to curtail my rights. In any event, I'm just there to help. Right? They said, come and give further information. I'm not under any investigation. I'm not a suspect. I'm not an accused person. So then I continued going. Then a colleague of his, another soldier, then shouted to me that next time I do that, I will see. That's what I said. Next time. So that kind of threat, the Ghanaian English. Next time you do that, you will see. In Ghanaian English, that means he will cause me some harm. You will see. There will be consequences, even if it's not physical harm, but there will be consequences. So I turned and gave him the same answer that no, he has no right. I'm not a suspect. Even a suspect, can you do that? So I said he had no right. Then next thing I knew, he said, I'm stupid. That's what the soldier said. The soldier said, I am stupid. Oh, of course. So I turned back and told him that he's also stupid. So we exchanged a few words. And then one of my lawyers pulled me for us to go in. We went, and then, as usual, the OSP chose to present employees when we had made it clear at the second meeting that, look, considering that almost all of my allegations are against Kissie Ejabin, who is the special prosecutor, and these are his subordinates, the subordinates can't do much about their bosses. Martin, they say do that. Can you investigate if, let's say, Mr. Nyama, your this COO? You can't investigate Mr. Nyama, much less the MD. So that's the same thing. And even before I was invited, Ghanaians had said it on various social media and private messages to me that how can OSP investigate itself? But you know me, I'm a law-abiding citizen. I thought that as long as they can do something to accommodate that to show independence, I'm willing to give the information. In any event, I'm almost done. I'm presenting the petition to the president for onward submission to the CJ. I have a lot of charges. As I'm talking to now, I have over 15 charges against Kissie Ejabin. I'm not running away from this fight. So the least they shouldn't have even tried it. You don't try such a thing. You see, you don't try such a thing. It just tells you the very incompetency. My arrest and detention underscores the incompetence with which Kissie Ejabin sat down and allowed Oforiatta to run. Kissie is not up to scratch. Kissie has never been up to scratch. Because you see, how would you arrest Kpebu? When I'd already said it, today is 3rd December. I mentioned on 2nd of November, you can check on the key points, that I'll be presenting a petition for his removal. So such a person like me, and you know me, once I say I'm going to do this, I'll do it. So just stay clear of. Look, I don't mind the arrest, even assuming the exchanges with the soldier were illegal and so amount to something that they want to arrest. Remember, in law, there's a difference between arrest and detention. The arrest is you tag the person. You are under arrest, I'm investigating you for so and so offense. So when you are done, admit the person to bail, right? Then let the investigations continue. Can you imagine Adom Tv said, yes, they were admitting me to bail, but I should bring a property in my name. For what? So a soldier insults me, Martin, you are stupid. And I also tell him you are stupid. That's the effect of the words.
So that's
and
the reason why you were detained.
Yes, that I should bring property in my name. And where's the indenture? Fortunately for me, my office is just about 10 minutes from the OS. I have indenture in the office. So when we argued, my lawyers argued for about 15, not that continuously 15. My lawyers made a plea that, look, I should be given self-recognizance bail, right? And then Adom Tv said, okay, he would go consult. So he stepped out. So we thought it was going to be a favorable response. So when then subsequently he came in about 15 minutes and said, no, they would not do so. They will not vary the conditions to give self-recognizance. So then I told Mr. Marcelinus Bia, one of my lawyers who accompanied me, okay, Marcel, go to the office. I have indenture in my name. Just bring it. And my office is just, you can see, you can attest. There's less than 10 meters drive to the OSP. So Marcel came, long story short. So Mr. Adom Tv asked that I be handcuffed and taken into custody, that it was too late. And that even when we brought the indenture, they would have to do verification. So practically talking about justification, for exchanging words with a soldier who didn't know the writing. He's not supposed to be performing police duties. A soldier performing police duties in the OSP. You see the very thing we're talking about. Article 210 of our constitution is clear that, look, you soldiers for war, and then maybe some development activities. But here you had the police, two policemen in there. And so if anything, if you think the building is under threat, anything, you use the soldiers as backup. But if you go to the OSP, the soldiers are performing frontline duties. You see, this thing have been mentioned that soldiers are taking away the work of the police.
Ayo, aha, I celebrities update television. Mr. Say, Ubemia, subscribe button, so hit the notification bell. Don't forget to also turn on notifications. And until we meet again, I do this for God and country. I'll see you in the next one.